It's a cool Saturday night here in South Florida as we look at the bayside view of the Port of Miami, the largest cruise port in the world. With as many as 8 giant ships docked in port, Miami is a centerpiece of world travel and commerce. And welcome back to Fox Saturday Night Fights. In tonight's main event, a man who was definitely considered one of the world's most dangerous heavyweights, former WBC champ Oliver McCall steps back into the ring. That on the heels of what was a short night's work last month right here on Fox. And although McCall reached the pinnacle of his profession, capturing the heavyweight title in September of '94, his career has been marked by inconsistency.
Now I became champ. Finna become champ again for the second time. Tyson or no one else is going to stand in my way of me becoming heavyweight champion again.
Oliver McCall is bullish on regaining a heavyweight belt. Maybe because winning the WBC title from Lennox Lewis in 1994 was one of the most exciting moments of his life. Maybe because losing it to Frank Bruno 1 year later was one of the worst.
In the dressing room, me and my people, we was talking about how we was going to approach the fight. They wanted me to approach the fight where I'd be more just a little cautious of Bruno's power. As simple as that. And I went out there, and that's the way I done it. And I just took it too far.
Caution is not a character trait often associated with McCall. He has walked on the wild side, even been incarcerated. He's been called eccentric and goofy, but what he likes being called best, perhaps, is Dad.
No, what you gonna eat, son?
He's a boxer.
He gonna be a boxer? No, you got to be something else other than a fighter. We got enough of those in the family. They support me very well. You know, they know when I punch and don't really fight. They know when I really give it my all, and they be looking forward to me to fight now. When they saw me lose the title, I mean, it really shook them up real bad. And I really think that I owe it to them to really show not just my children, but mainly them, that I can become champ again. Okay? Every basket counts. Just like y'all at school playing, every basket counts, all right?
At age 30, McCall makes every minute count these days, with his family and with his training. He remembers what it was like, waiting for opportunity to knock.
I had to really fight my way up to get me a chance to do Don King and the boxing world, because as far as the boxing world, they didn't think I had a chance anyway. But through my perseverance, me persevering in the boxing, you know, Don saw that. He said, wait up, I'm gonna have to give Oliver a chance now.
He made the most of his first title shot against Lewis, and until he gets another one, he is daring other fighters to take their best shot at him.
I'm looking forward to someone making the Atomic Bull submit. Make my body submit in that ring, you bad. Tyson or no one never done that, and I don't think it'll never be done.
Oliver McCall indeed has big plans to get back on top, but this man, James Stanton, stands in his way. Stanton is a supremely confident young fighter who insists he's hungrier than McCall and has the precision punches to carry him to victory. Up next, Barry Tompkins and Bobby Chaz will have all the action between McCall and Stanton after this.
Let's do it, baby. Let's
The NHL on Fox is back. Watch Gretzky, Hull, and Fedorov light it up as the Blues clash with the league-leading Red Wings and the Fox Tracks puck makes its regular season debut. Or the Penguins face off against the Flyers. The NHL on Fox returns next Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific.
Stroh's Fitness and Racket Club announces its 10th anniversary, and in celebration is offering a limited 8 weeks for only $28. Purchase this in March and receive a package worth over $100, but you must respond by March 31st. Thank you, Spokane.
Up to a full 50% off. For the first time ever, the Bedroom Superstore is having a gigantic winter warehouse and floor sample clearance. Save up to 50% on floor samples, one-of-a-kind and discontinued merchandise. Every bedroom, every futon, every waterbed, every mattress, everything in our showroom, wall to wall, will be marked down for immediate sale.
The Bedroom Superstore, where America buys its bedrooms for less.
public notice. Through Sunday, we will do used vehicles inside the service departments at Wendell, Northtown, and Wendell at the Y. Wendell's $20 million garage sale. Wendell, Northtown. Every new Ford up to $9,000 off. Prices start at $75.95. Used vehicles up to $4,000 off. Most price below book value. Prices start at $399. Buying with no money down. Financing as low as 4.8%. Even a cellular phone. Wendell's $20 million garage sale. Sunday only inside the service departments at Wendell, Northtown, and Wendell at the Y. Open special hours this Sunday.
If your teeth were straight and your gums were hard, then any stiff toothbrush could clean without irritating. But your teeth are curved and your gums are tender. What's more, they're tucked inside your mouth, making them hard to clean. That's why we designed the Aquafresh Flex Direct, the only brush with a pivoting head, to help clean those hard-to-reach places thoroughly. And a flexible neck designed to cushion the pressure on your gums, helping to prevent irritation. Aquafresh Flex Direct. It cleans teeth brilliantly without irritating your gums.
Stroh's Fitness and Racket Club announces its 10th anniversary, and its celebration is offering a limited 8 weeks for only $28. Purchase this in March and receive a package worth over $100, but you must respond by March 31st. Thank you, Spokane.
You're watching KAYU TV, Fox 28, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene.
We welcome you back to the city of Miami, Florida on a beautiful spring night. Barry Tompkins along with Bobby Ches. We come now to our main event. In the heavyweight division, Oliver McCall gets it on with James Stanton. They're going 10 rounds. He is one of the more enigmatic personalities in the sport of boxing. And in fact, it must be said Oliver McCall's toughest opponent oftentimes has been Oliver McCall. And now he is being made to play a waiting game, waiting for his shot at Mike Tyson. Well, get in line, Oliver McCall. And the simple fact is, Bobby, Oliver McCall is tough. He can punch. He's got a good beard, and he's beaten Mike Tyson up, albeit it was in a sparring situation. Tyson is making him wait. And the question that I have for you really is he being victimized by his own talent?
Well, you know, I said for years that Oliver McCall was one of the best kept secrets in the heavyweight division. And right now he has to wait for a couple reasons. First is he lost his title. Mike would have had to come to him if he still had the title. He lost to Bruno. First big mistake. Secondly, all the other world champions won't fight him because they also want to fight Mike Tyson. Bigger money, bigger notoriety, bigger and better challenge. And lastly, Oliver McCall can fight. The best fight you'll see in the heavyweight division in the next 2 years will be between Mike Tyson and Oliver McCall because he knows him so well and he's that good.
And the simple fact is, patience has not been the virtue of this man, Oliver McCall. So what he's got to do tonight is keep his mind on business. Worry about first things first.
Right. The last time his mind was off business was with Frank Bruno. He looked lackluster. He didn't get the job done. He can't allow that to happen now. He's going to be made to wait. He's going to wait, but he's got to wait patiently, and he's got to wait correctly.
And when we talked to him yesterday, quite frankly, he was kind of on a down. He had talked to Don King. Don said, you're just going to have to wait your turn. He wasn't a happy man about it. He hopes he can take all that vengeance out tonight on James Stanton.
4 tough cities, 2 action-packed hours, 1 hell of a night.
He's running from the police.
Catch a 2-hour Cops Marathon Monday.
Baseball and Fox, same game, new attitude. It's kind of dark in here.
Tonight feels kind of weird, but it's a good weird. I can feel it in my bones. This is not going to be your run-of-the-mill, laundry-doing, pizza-eating kind of night. I will not be exercising tonight, or philosophizing, or organizing. What I am going to do is look for women who look like trouble, and I'm going to flirt with them heavily, because tonight, I'm not just drinking beer, I'm gulping life. I'm going to eat the night alive. What are you going to do? Olsen Ice, step outside.
How do you like what we've done with this place?
Yeah, we really have come a long way in here.
Do you remember those old beanbag chairs?
We wanted something really different, so we went to Pier 1. It's pretty cool, huh?
Find the good things you're looking for at Pier 1 Imports for a change.
What would you do with $100 grand?
I would buy everyone a puppy. I would sprinkle flower seeds all over the world. I'd eat it.
Rich, chewy caramel, creamy milk chocolate, and crispy little crunchies. $100 grand from Nestle. That's rich.
We're in northern Kenya being chased by a black rhino. Whoa! Woo. The thing to remember when being chased by a black rhino is while they're great in the straightaways, They can't corner worth beans.
The proceeding has been brought to you by the all-new Nissan Pathfinder, now with increased horsepower, for when you want to get away.
Public notice. Through Sunday, we will do used vehicles inside the service departments at Windle, Northtown, and Windle at the Y. Windle's $20 million garage sale. Windle at the Y. Every new Nissan up to $5,700 off. Prices start at $94.95. Used vehicles up to $3,000 off. Mini price below book value. Prices start at $299. Buy with no money down. Financing as low as 0%. Even a cellular phone. Windle's $20 million garage sale. Sunday only inside the service departments at Windle, Northtown, and Windle at the Y. Open special hours this Sunday.
Fox Saturday Night Fights are brought to you by New Miller Beer, brewed from the heart of the hops for a beer with heart that goes down easy. Reach for what's out there.
City of Miami, once again, spring just a couple days old here, and yet it feels a little bit like winter here in South Florida. Starting to warm up a little bit, though, as you look at the fine shots provided by the Blockbuster Video Blimp. One of the fastest blimps flying. The Blockbuster Video Blimp has exceeded speeds equivalent of 70 miles an hour across the ground. This year, its annual tour is going to take it to the West Coast of the United States for the first time. So we come now to the 10-round heavyweight bout, our featured fight of the evening, Oliver McCall and James Stanton. We've talked about Oliver McCall. Let's talk for a moment about James Stanton. He's 16-1. He lost his last fight, but in that fight he broke his hand, and he feels he's not only ready, he feels he's more than capable of handling Oliver McCall. Time will tell. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Stanton 7 years younger than Oliver McCall. Each man is 6'2" tall. Weight advantage to Oliver McCall, and also a reach advantage to the former champion. This division doesn't really mean a whole lot. The Florida rules, there will not be a standing 8 count. The 3 knockdown rule, however, will be in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight, and the fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and that, of course, includes the last round. Oliver McCall, all business as he comes into the ring, and he's going to have to keep it that way. That, if anything, has been his biggest problem. We'll see if he can get it together tonight against a tough opponent, James Stanton. Let's get to the center of the ring now and the introduction of the fighters from Jimmy Lennon Jr. Jimmy?
Ladies and gentlemen in attendance, boxing fans joining us across the nation on Fox Sports, and sports fans joining us around the world, we welcome you to the Miami Arena for the featured attraction of the evening, brought to you by Don King Productions and Miller Lite. This bout coming your way is sanctioned by the Florida State Athletic Commission, the chairman, Alvin Goodman, commissioners, Dr. Jack Gugino, Terry James, Eric Riley, and Alito Waldman, the executive director, Don Hazelton. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Jose Rodriguez Acosta and Dr. Camilo Denis. Timekeeper at the bell, Sam Garona. Keeping count of the knockdowns, Jorge Alonso. Introducing to you the judges scoring this bout from ringside, Bob Ballo, Al Walensky, and Rocky Young. Presenting to you our referee in charge of this bout. He'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Bill Connors. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. The big boys of boxing in this heavyweight special attraction, scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Presenting to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing gold trunks with blue trim and hailing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He weighed in at 216 3/4 pounds with a fine young record of 16 wins, only 1 defeat. He has 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing James House of Pain Stanton. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing solid white trunks. He is fighting out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, by way of Chicago, Illinois. He weighed in 228 1/2 pounds. His record includes 27 wins, 6 losses, and 19 wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked the #2 heavyweight contender by the IBF, #4 by the WBC, and #5 in the world by the WBA. Here is the former heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the Atomic Bull, Oliver
Seconds only. Let's go. Everybody except the seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Bring them on out. Let's go. Where's he at? All right, now let's be quiet and listen to my instructions here.
Look, this is reality.
All right, you both received instructions. I want you to obey my rules and my commands in here. These trunks, both of you are wearing your trunks very high. Okay? I'll be the one that decides what's a low blow here. Understand that? And I don't want any noise from the corners on that. Any questions over here? Any questions over here? Touch gloves and good luck to both of you. Touch gloves. Whoa! Touch gloves.
Well, nobody blinked, nobody touched gloves, and now we'll see who's really got it. McCall in the white trunks, and James Stanton in the frills. Stanton, and if you've heard this before, you have, says he wants to jab, move, give him angles. I think that's what we said about Brian Laspada.
I got a feeling it's going to be a little different. I'll tell you what, both of the corners for these fighters are very pumped up and psyched.
Stanton really was talking like a confident fighter when we spoke with him yesterday, and it was not a false confidence. Good quick right hand by Oliver McCall, but Stanton didn't move.
Have you seen the difference when he jabbed in, he jabbed with intention, he jabbed with a purpose, and Laspada did not do that. Covering on the inside, covering nice. Oliver's bigger, a little stronger, probably the better puncher. He's going to have to move, give him angles, get him tired.
Lost his last fight, as we said, to Darrell Wilson. Wilson, incidentally, went on to knock out Shannon Briggs in night of the young heavyweights, and in that fight, Stanton broke his hand. There was some question about whether or not it was really broken, but the commission doctor said yes, in fact it was.
You know, if you bruise a bone severely, it's just as good as a broken hand for pain's sake, and that's what it all amounts to, is how much pain he was in.
He feels the loss in its own way was good for him. Says it's a new career now. Burning in my heart, he said. I know what that's like. I've had heartburn for 30 years.
I'm just getting over mine. All right, keep them arms loose. Let's go. Work it in there. Work it. All right, hold it. Tied up. Break in there. Break clean.
Oliver McCall simply said can be as good as he chooses to be. And there have been times in his career he's been brilliant. Good overhand right by Stanton.
Stanton working a nice left hook to the body. You'll notice he leans to the side to get out of the way of Oliver's right hand while throwing his own. You watch him do it. He'll lean to his side and whip that right hand and try and get his head out of the way of Oliver McCall. Very good right hand.
McCall has all the skills, as we've said, and that's exactly what's victimizing him so far as Mike Tyson is concerned. Tyson is in absolutely no hurry to get to Oliver McCall.
What I say about Oliver is he's sneaky good, or he has a subtle goodness to him. Not a Tyson puncher, but a good puncher with both hands. Not Rocky Marciano's chin, but a great chin. Not Ali speed, but good speed. He has all the things in good amounts, just not superhuman, you know? And he just brings it all, and when he gets in the right mood, he puts it all together. And that's what it is. It's his head.
Well, he's been a terrific underdog. His problem is he has not been a very good front runner.
Tough being the favorite, all the pressure's on. Hold it in there, let's go. Get your hands loose.
Counter left hand from Stanton. Stanton holding his own. Call here in the first round.
Stanton's fighting a very smart fight. He's covering nice. He's keeping his hands, his defense tight. He's countering well. And Oliver's loading up a little too much because he's a bigger man.
So competitive first round, end of one, and we'll be back.
You followed 1,000 players here. 1,000 more will follow you. Maybe someone will listen. Maybe someone will hear. But we've been working too. Brewed a new beer from the heart of the hops. It's a beer with heart that goes down easy. New Miller beer. Listen to what's inside of you. Then you can reach for what's out there.
It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Nothing gets to you, staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Fresh goes better, Mentos freshness. Fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Second round in Oliver McCall's corner. Georgie Benton, one of the real sages in the sport of boxing. We've been talking about Philadelphia fighters all night long. We're looking at one in James Stanton. There's none better than Georgie Benton.
Georgie knows them all. He's been through all those gym wars.
Good right hand from Stanton. Not a powerful right hand, but enough to keep McCall off him.
Nice double jab. Followed in behind that jab through the right hand. The jab, again, setting up the combination.
And Stanton doing an effective job of picking McCall's jab as well.
Stanton's fighting a smart fight right now. See, Oliver's trying to load up because of his size and his strength. But right now, Stanton's sidestepping him a little bit, not letting him hit him with anything big and solid, and sneaking his own stuff in between.
These two, incidentally, have faced each other before. They did spar on one occasion in Carson City, Nevada. Each man, of course, has a different memory of that sparring session.
They always do.
Stanton said that McCall could match his hand speed. McCall basically said Stanton was a chicken, wore a big head piece, and now he goes down and just kind of crumbled.
Left hook to the body, sneaky shot up underneath. It hurt. I saw him buckle, thought he was okay, and he decided to take the 8 count and take the rest.
Take a step to me now. Let's go.
And the strength of Oliver McCall showing there. Now McCall's going to jump on it. Stanton does not appear to be hurt.
I do believe it was a good body shot, and I'll tell you, it takes all the strength out of you. And the kind of punches that last and show up 2 to 3 rounds later hurt you again.
Let's go, step down.
Pretty good left hand from Stanton.
It was a nice right hand down the middle, and McCall blocked it, and he threw a hook right around his guard. Smart move.
Let them hands alone. Let's go. Work it out. All right, breaking it. Break to him.
Well, Stanton will have a little more respect now for the power of Oliver McCall, I'm quite sure. That was caught in the gloves. Counter left hand from Stanton over the right hand of McCall.
See Stanton working on the inside knife, trying to get his hands around Oliver. Oliver has his hands up and tight. Got to come around. But you can't stand in there with Oliver. He's too big and too strong.
Yeah, you don't want to get too brave against Oliver McCall. Well, Stanton did pretty well in that round with that one glaring exception. But I'll tell you what, I'd make that a 10-9 round because I think Stanton won the rest of the round.
No, I still got to give it a 10-8.
You know more than I.
Let's get a towel under this. Let's get a towel under this.
Only one thing you're doing, baby. You waiting on him in front of the ring. Take a bite. I'm saying you waiting on him in front of the ring. You stand waiting in front of him. Don't wait in front of him. You know what I'm saying? You want to stay toe to toe. You don't want to stay toe to toe with the guy. This is where your boxing ability come together. Drop down. Drop your hands down. Deep breath. All right. Deep breath. Come on. Deep breath. Only one thing going. He want to stay close so he can hit you. You don't want to be in there.
Here you go in super slow-mo. You'll see the body shot. He digs a nice left hook up underneath. And there's their uppercut. Actually, that's an uppercut to the chin. Now, I don't know if the body shot follows, but he had gotten one in there. No, it was a delay on the uppercut to the chin. It was not a body shot. The body shot didn't work.
It was a really delayed reaction to that, too.
I thought he snuck a left uppercut underneath in the body in between. Hard to see from this angle because his back was to us.
I want Stanton to get off first. We'll see if he does here. Stanton on his bike a little bit to start the third round.
See, he's boxing and fighting a different fight than we saw with Laspada. He'll slip and he'll come in, he'll get his shot off. He'll take his shot. A forward shot with some power on standing, playing his feet, which Laspada did not do.
Got a pretty good jab, Stanton. Wild Left hand misses from McCall.
Nice right hand to the body by Stanton.
Stanton showing some pretty good skills.
You know, with Oliver McCall, you never can be too sure which type of fight he's going to fight. An offensive fight, a defensive fight. There's no set formula to beat him. But with Oliver, I can tell you 2 or 3 things. You got to be able to take a punch. You got to be able to give him and get respect. And you have to be in good shape because he's going to be there for a while.
And one thing he did say, he said, I'm never going to lose another decision, which means if he goes out, he's going to go out in a shield.
You know, that's one thing to say, and it's another one when you have a man in front of you. You can't control what he does, too. And if Stanton, who's winning this round, could really box and move for the entire fight at this pace, you never can tell.
Now, the problem is if that last round, in fact, was a 10-8 round, in a short fight, a 10-round fight, remember, this is not championship distance. You got to win 2 rounds just to get back to even.
This is true. This is true. 10-8 round is devastating, especially in a fight that's not going a long time. Although, you ask any of us, we'll tell you 10 rounds is long enough. See, if Oliver blocks all those jabs and doesn't count them, doesn't stop them, break them down, and fire back right away, Stanton can win this fight from the outside. That's what he needs to do. Oliver needs to block and counter. Not worry about all 3 of them. Block them, take it right to him. Like that.
Good counter right hand from McCall. And it knocked Stanton back on his heels. And another good right hand, and Stanton holds on. That one got Stanton's attention. Stanton bounced off the ropes into the left hand and ties McCall up again. Good end of round 3 for Oliver McCall. Don't go away. We're coming back.
Alarm and the brick set spikes the bomb. Blowing up the spot like I was Nitro Bliss. And who's supposed to knock me out position? Chris?
KRS-One comes with strike 2 and Shan is through. Second strike, Shan sees triple strikes within his eyesight. At strike 3, lyrical verse dispersed to obey your thirst.
To earn this uniform, it takes years of practice. Or play the Under the Cap game with 1 in 6 chances of instantly winning free Sprite and Sprite Dream Team stuff.
There you see that right hand, just a little short, straight right hand, right on the money. McCall got Stanton's attention.
But Stanton's still fighting a competitive fight.
I still thought he outworked him that round, Barry. The end of the round was 2 or 3 clean blows by McCall, but for the majority of the round, 2 minutes plus, Stanton outworked him, won the round.
Hey, I have to point out, too, that Oliver McCall really, for all intents, has had only 1 round, actually less than a round, a little over a half a round of work since September of 1995 when he lost the unanimous decision and with it his title to Frank Bruno.
Yeah, the last fight was kind of a no fight. He came into a right hand fight, was over. Winning the win column, another notch under your belt, but not a whole lot of work. That jab is going to be the key for Stanton.
And it would be to his advantage, of course, to try to carry McCall into the late rounds. See what McCall has. Well, the crowd takes up a chant of boring, boring. I'm not sure I completely concur with that. I think Stanton's doing or trying to do what he feels he needs to do to win the fight. You can't get too brave against Oliver McCall.
No, if he gets brave, it could cost him dearly. He has to be brave in certain points, but he has to pick his spots and not be careless about it. And in all honesty, Oliver should press him more. Make him make mistakes.
Left hand from Stanton.
Oliver's got to push him more, make him work. Make the lighter man exhaust himself, get him tired, bang his arms, bang his body.
Well, the one thing I have to say about James Stanton is giving himself the best opportunity to win the fight. Now, whether or not he's got enough horses remains to be seen. But he's got an idea.
Oliver cut the ring off pretty well there, but the punches he threw just didn't seem to be in tune with his feet. Right now, he's not getting the timing down of Stanton, who's moving side to side pretty well.
That's good from McCall with the damage.
This is where Oliver's big problem is. He's getting lulled to be like a daisy. He's getting lulled to do nothing, falling asleep in the middle of a fight.
Exactly. Stanton just did more, and with that, he won the round. We'll be back.
We drained these engines and then ran them without oil. Can you tell which oil bonds to engine parts? Castrol Syntec, the full synthetic that protects in ways other oils can't.
Everybody needs some money sometime. Everybody needs some cash somehow.
Hello?
Rita, got your credit card?
I need $500. Now.
I'll call Western Union.
Just call 1-800-CALL-CASH and you can use your credit card to send money from home, anytime, day or night. And that can make everyone sleep easier. Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
You got a good look at Oliver McCall getting a pretty stirring lecture rather from Georgie Benton in the corner, saying do more, stick the jab, work off the jab. Round 5.
Also, Greg Page is in his corner, a former heavyweight who may come out of retirement. And Oliver said, well, if he does, I don't have to not let him train me anymore because I may have to fight him.
Why does Greg Page look better as a trainer than he did as a fighter?
No. Breaking it, break, please.
He's more aggressive as a trainer. And Greg gave Oliver the right message. He said, you got to be out there, be more aggressive. Take him as a smaller man, work him, bang him.
Stronger of the two.
That's what McCall needs to do. Use that jab, work some combinations. Not worry about that one big shot. Not worry about the Lennox Lewis right hand. That right hand may, in fact, be in a small way the worst thing that ever happened to him because he may zone in on it and tune out the rest of his boxing game. And he's a good fighter.
Interesting thing about Stanton, he's unranked right now. But before he ever fought a main event, he was ranked number 11 by the WBA. Now tell me how that. Of course, the WBA, I think they also had Simon Bolivar and Generalissimo Franco ranked ahead of him.
I think Peter McNeely was up there somewhere.
I think he was, yeah. Not to mention Judge Quater and Amelia Earhart.
Wow.
Good left hand from McCall.
See, right here, McCall's got to work. Bang him. Stanton's not doing much except slipping, trying to block the shots, trying to take some rest. McCall should punch him there. Use the jab, but follow it with something. Wear the smaller man down. Don't give him the opportunity to escape and run around the ring and box.
All right, Tyler. Let's go. Step out, Oliver.
And once again, Stanton, when he gets on the ropes, does the right thing, ties McCall up. And McCall likewise does the right thing, leans on Stanton.
You know what, though? In anticipation of Stanton fleeing, McCall smothered his own shots by leaping in a little too far. See, he stayed outside and threw the nice combination.
Jumped on him again, and again it was the uppercut that triggered it.
See, the power and the weight and the strength now start to take effect, and that's going to be a big-time attrition factor for Stanton.
Stanton's starting to breathe through his mouth a little bit, and that's the first sign of fatigue. Those were caught on the glove. Headed for the end of round number 5, a much better round for Oliver McCall. He did exactly what his corner suggested he do. We're coming back.
Very clean.
Way out there, there's hops. Without hops, beer wouldn't taste as good as it does. Take the best part of the hops, the beer's gonna taste even better. We found a way now makes it possible to brew beer straight from the heart of the hops. For a beer with heart that goes down easy. We think so much of this new beer, we're just calling it who we are. Miller, always new possibilities. Gotta reach for what's out there.
Germs, they're in your mouth, living in plaque. Even your dentist can't see them. If you want to remove those germs, you've got to remove the plaque. And you can remove more with this. New Mint Sensation Advanced Formula Plaques. A minty, cool way to get germs where they live by removing more plaque before you brush. So you get clean, healthy-feeling teeth and gums. Even your dentist can see. Remove plaque and germs with new Mint Sensation Plaques.
Well, a discussion in the corner about whether or not they'll stop the fight. Let's see. Well, the fight's over. Bobby, we talked earlier about fighters going out on their shield. And here's a man who went out on his stool.
No, hey, you're doing right, man. No, then they don't know. Nice one.
The fight wasn't that far apart. Nice one. He was making a reasonable count himself. I guess the strength was too much. He realized it was a futile effort, but I say you take a shot.
Well, there was a discussion that went on between Freddie Jenkins and James Stanton. And let's get up the center of the ring right now. And as soon as Jimmy Lennon Jr. is ready, we will get the official announcement of the stoppage. There's a conversation going on right now between Jimmy Lennon Jr. and Bill Connors, the referee. So we'll have that for you in just a moment. But it was a very interesting discussion in the corner between rounds between James Stanton and Freddie Jenkins.
It was clearly Stanton's decision.
Absolutely. Jenkins said, give me one more round and I'll stop the fight. And Stanton said, I don't want to get hurt. And it's a conversation that was very rational. It was almost like there was a desk between them.
It's a very, very interesting profession to pick if you don't want to ever get hurt. That's all I have to say.
I'll be back. All right.
Stanton just flat ran out of gas when he mentioned the fact he was breathing through his mouth and puffing at the end of the last round, and that was all he had in the tank. It was just that simple. All right, let's get up the center of the ring now, and we'll make it official with Jimmy Lennon Jr. Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opponent in this bout unable to answer the bell to round number 6. Our referee in charge, Bill Connors, stops the contest. The winner by way of technical knockout in round number 6, former heavyweight champion of the world, the Atomic Bull, Oliver McCall.
Way to go, baby. Way to go. Way to go.
Well, Oliver McCall is the winner, and I think he would have rather put his man down and put his man out, but James Stanton decided that's it. I've had enough, and McCall wins another. Back after this word from your local station.
I got you.
These guys are persistent.
Well, they're no match for the world's first sport utility wagon.
Oh, really?
All-wheel drive Subaru Outback's got more headroom than a Cherokee.
Uh-huh.
The ground clearance of an Explorer.
So you say.
Rides smooth as any car.
Got any more of those tidbits?
What, like more stability in a turn than a Chevy Blazer?
Sure, that'll do.
That's why Subaru Outback. World's first sport utility wagon.
Up to a full 50% off. For the first time ever, the Bedroom Superstore is having a gigantic winter warehouse and floor sample clearance. Save up to 50% on floor samples, one-of-a-kind and discontinued merchandise. Every bedroom, every futon, every waterbed, every mattress, everything in our showroom, wall to wall, will be marked down for immediate sale.
The Bedroom Superstore, where America buys its bedrooms for less.
6, and the waiting game continues now for Oliver McCall, but at least it's eased a little bit because he has another W on his record. A fight that was actually very close, Bobby, and that you really had the feeling that were Stanton able to continue the fray. Who knows?
You know, what Oliver was doing was what we call slow walking him down, keeping constant body and mental pressure on him. Got him tired, started hitting him with the big shots, and that last round started to take its toll.
Let's eavesdrop now in the corner. This is what went on between rounds between Freddie Jenkins and James Stanton. Now listen to this, and it really does. Sounds like these guys should be wearing a three-piece suit instead of in a boxing ring. Listen in.
Hey, I don't blame him for I'm not going to get hurt, man.
Give me 1 round, let's stop.
Come on, man. I can't do no more. I don't want to get hurt.
Give me 1 round?
Fred, I don't want to get hurt, man. I don't want to disappoint you, but I don't want to get hurt.
No, give me 1 round, let's stop the fight.
No,
You got 1 round? Huh?
no, stop.
You went in this fight. I'm just letting you know that.
I ain't got
No choice. You got 1 round. Only thing you're doing is slipping. Don't slip on the man. Don't slip on the man. Take it down. Just keep it alone.
And so it was, and James Stanton just sat there when the bell rang, and that was that. And Stanton, a few minutes ago, said to some of his people in the ring, I'll be back, don't worry about it, there'll be another day for me. But today was the day for this man, Oliver McCall, once more playing a waiting game, biding his time, waiting for his chance at Mike Tyson. In the meantime, he beats guys like James Stanton and like the man he beat the last time. We'll be back.
Now, there's a brand new motor oil made to handle the stresses on your hard-working engine. 4x4 from Quaker State. Off-road driving. Extreme temperatures. Especially towing and hauling. They all make your light truck or 4x4 work extra hard and could shorten its life. Why settle for a conventional car oil? Get a synthetic blend that can take the punishment. 4x4. It's new from Quaker State. The intelligent oil for hard-working engines.
At Burger King, we're not your mother.
Eat your vegetables.
Whopper, no tomato. So you can order your Whopper any way you want.
You don't need all that ketchup.
And extra ketchup. Broiled to perfection over an open flame and then fix fresh your way for a one-of-a-kind taste.
Don't take such big bites.
With fries and a drink, it's just $2.99.
Watch your pennies.
Listen to your mother. The delicious $2.99 Whopper value meal at Burger King. Get your burger's worth.
Election year, a time for tough choices, especially at happy hour. Should you go to your usual bar or that new sports bar? Play pool or foosball? Talk to the blondes or the brunettes. But at least one choice is easy.
Miller Lite. Bottle or tap? Bottle. Tap.
Join the party. Choose Miller Lite. Life is good. And when you vote, life is really good.
Grant Hill has special Brazilian rubber on his shoes, which makes him jump 12 feet high.
His head is aerodynamically shaped, you know. Now he's so fast, he can pass the ball to himself. I heard every time Grant Hill drinks Sprite, he's not thirsty anymore.
To earn this uniform, it takes years of practice. Or play the Under the Cap game with 1 in 6 chances of instantly winning free Sprite and Sprite Dream Team stuff.
We welcome you back, and we take you down to the center of the ring where Eric Clemens is with the winner and friends. Eric?
All right, Barry, thank you very much. I'm here with the winner who's congratulating James Stanton behind us right now, Oliver McCall. Oliver, they did quite a bit of taunting at you there before the fight started. I don't know whether you paid attention to any of that or not, but what was the strategy? Sum up the fight for us.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say happy birthday to Miriam. Work at Nations Bank in Martinsville, Virginia, and shoot shots out to my favorite nephew, Gregory Thomas. And I hope you be well, and y'all take care of him in there. I hope you be out soon, Greg. To get back to this, there was taunting. You know, I'm used to it. You know, when you're used to a whole country taunting you in London with Bruno, this was just no comparison whatsoever. James Stanton came. He fought a gutsy fight. He's a pretty decent boxer, you know. He tried to go down to my body a bit, but I just kept my poise, took control, and I knew once I hit him with a good shot, I had him. Hit him with a couple of good shots, and I feel confident that I had a fight in control.
Good enough. Oliver McCall, congratulations on the victory. Good luck here in the future until you get that other title shot.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. All right. Let's go back upstairs to James Brown. JB?
All right, Eric, thank you very much. A little interesting to hear from the lips of James Stanton the fact that he didn't want to get hurt. That from a man whose nickname is the House of Pain. But in the bottom line, the right decision by the fighter indeed. All right, folks, other boxing news to pass along to you, including results from Madison Square Garden. Orlando Canizales losing his IBC Super Bantamweight title to Poison Jr. Jones, that in a split 12-round decision. And Arturo Gatti comes off of the mat in the second round to knock out Wilson Rodriguez, that is to take it knockout in the 6th round. And here at the Miami Arena, Antonio Cermeño retained the WBA junior featherweight title with a unanimous 12-round decision over fellow Venezuelan Yober Ortega. And unbeaten heavyweight Henry Akinwande won by a 7th round disqualification over Gerard Jones. And we'll be back here in Miami at the Miami Arena to finish up activities here. Barry Tompkins, Bobby Ches, Eric Clemens, and yours truly in a moment.